Hey guys, so I know I'm really out of place in the whole YouTube industry, but I wanted to make a response to Oh My Annie's video, Real Life Ghost Stories, where she talks about her sleep apnea and her spiritual or demonic experience with it. I have a friend that has sleep apnea, and thankfully I've never endured what you go through, but she has, and it sounds awful. But I wanted to share an experience with you guys about a dream, I guess, that happened. Okay, when I was a kid, I had a bunch of imaginary friends, and one friend in particular, she never had a name, but I would pretend to text her all the time. She was legit my best friend. So about 2 weeks ago, I had this intense dream or night terror, whatever you want to call it, where I was in another world, I guess. I did something bad, and I was punished by some force and sent to another dimension with a house that I actually had grown up in as a child. So I get there and I'm, I guess, unpacking in my old bedroom and everything, and it's really weird. And I was playing with this toy that I had that had like a little notepad app on it where I guess you practice letters or whatever. And so, joking around, I wrote to her and said, "Hey," and she responded, like instantly, and this is all a dream, but she responded and said, "Hello, I've missed you." And so I started freaking out because it felt really real. And like at the time, I didn't know that I was dreaming, of course, because I guess that's how dreams work. And so she replied, and I was freaking out, but I didn't want to risk angering her and her hurting me or upsetting her. So I just tried to keep it cool, and we talked. I don't remember what all we talked about, but we were talking, and my sister appeared somehow, because like she hadn't done anything bad, so she shouldn't have been sent there. But she came, and so I freaked out and told her, "Hey, I'm talking to this girl whom now we've learned her name is Valerie." I was like, "I'm talking to Valerie again." And she was like, "Don't do that. She's killing you." And legit, I like looked down at my forearms and wrists in the dream, and there was hundreds of slashes on them. Like I was self-harming or trying to kill myself in the dream. And so I started freaking out, and I tried to wake up. Because you see something like that, and you're like, this is messed up, I need to get out of here, and I realized it's a dream. So I tried to wake up, and I couldn't wake up. Like I couldn't escape it. And so my alarm's going off, like in real life, and I wake up, and before I can turn off the alarm, I fall back asleep. And I can't get out of it. And so I'm going through this for like however long, a bunch of times. And in the dream, I had this little brother, which I don't have, but in the dream I did. And he has my toy, and he starts talking to her. And so I freak out and took it and texted her and said no. And she's like, "Why are you being so mean to me? You're my good friend, da da da." And I was just like, "I'm not your friend, and you're not his friend. You're not real. You don't exist." And then I legit jolted up out of bed, like sat completely straight up and was wide awake. And I was terrified. Like, it's legit terrifying. And so, I don't know, I wanted to share that. Like, I hate dreams like that because it felt like I was in another dimension. Like, I went somewhere in my sleep. Like in those movies, I forget what it's called, but like there's this little boy, he goes to like the world between, I guess, worlds. I don't know, and I felt like that's where I was. And like I was talking to a demon or a spiritual something, and it was terrifying. And I've had a lot of dreams like this before, and the main scary part about it is that they're reoccurring. Like it's something that always I dream about. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So, yeah, my question to you guys is, what do I do? Like if you know what dreams mean or something. Because like I've Googled it and don't really find anything other than something's missing and you're like, da 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 da. But like, I don't know. So my question for you guys, if anybody watches any of these videos, is what do I do? I was really scared of like making this video or talking about it because, I don't know, I just get really paranoid because I believe so strongly in like forces and demonic things and spirits and God and the devil and just everything. And so it all freaks me out to even talk about because you never know who could be listening. And they say to like, "Oh, just tell it to leave, da 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 da." And like, yeah, that's good and fine and dandy, but what if one time it doesn't work? Not saying that it hasn't worked before, like when I said it wasn't real and that they aren't there, I woke up. And like when Oh My Annie, she said to the thing, "Leave me alone," and it just leaves her alone. And she like can move and breathe and wake up and everything. I don't know, it's terrifying because it all felt so real, like the beating of my chest and like the not being able to breathe and just the conversations and the feelings and emotions, it all just felt so real and terrifying. And when I woke up, my feelings were still there, like I could barely breathe, and my heart was beating so fast and just, I don't know, it's terrifying. So, yeah. I love you guys, whoever's watching these videos. Please comment and tell me what you think of these situations. Yeah.